Hey everyone, it's Cash's Trick to Me Astrology Readings. So, wow, I'm surprised that we just went through a really positive part of this purging. I made a video and I put it into an article last week. It was called The Grain of Euphoria. Something along the lines of the grain of euphoria in the center of a hard aspect. That's how it works. That's what a hard aspect, a square, or an opposition is really about. It's about taking this hardship and converting that hardship into a lesson that ends up being a positive thing. That's an archetypal way of life, and that's really the square and the opposition. And what we really just experienced, because these 2 points. Remember how I said that the Sun conjunct Pluto and square Uranus, and Venus square Neptune conjunct Saturn? That's 2 nodes. It's 2 very sensitive places that Venus and the Sun just hit. The Sun just touched the piercing, revolutionary, fire, neurotic, intense atmosphere that has been permeating the last 2 years. The last 2 years has been severely, in a negative and positive way, influenced by Uranus square Pluto. So we just experienced one of these conflict to grain of euphoria hard aspects collectively the last 2 years. Uranus square Pluto, the first time since 1933, of course. So this fiery, revolutionary energy and serious, intense, piercing determination and serious willpower to do better as people and to know better as people, this awakening that we call it, this whole awakening, was Uranus and Aries square Pluto and Capricorn, and Neptune and Pisces is the spiritual aspect. That's what it is. That's why this era has been like this. And what just happened in the sky was the Sun just came to emphasize Uranus square Pluto. So the major aspect of the last 2 years, that whole revolutionary thing, was just emphasized by the Sun conjoining Pluto. And what did we feel? We felt the same thing we felt collectively in the last 2 years in a mini event. We felt at first a piercing intensity and seriousness and things exploding, and then that changed into a fiery, revolutionary, positive intensity. That square was at first a conflict between Uranus and Pluto and the Sun conjunct Pluto, and then it was resolved just now, and today we felt the burning intensity and the fire and electric determination, that whole thing of the Uranus square Pluto. I've been talking about it for a while. This Mercury retrograde is also going to emphasize the Uranus square Pluto, because Mercury is retrograding, what do you know? To align with Pluto and stay stuck on Pluto square Uranus, just like the Sun just did. See what I mean? These Mercury retrogrades, they don't change the energy of Mercury fundamentally. They just make Mercury get stuck in places that emphasizes the lessons of our time. Yeah. And luckily for us, this is going to be the most positive retrograde that we've seen in a long time. Mercury is going to retrograde, and before it even conjoins Pluto and emphasizes this fiery revolutionary tension thing, Mercury is going to retrograde back, and pretty soon it's going to start trining Jupiter. It's going to start trining Jupiter. It's the most positive aspect Mercury could possibly make in retrograde. So we have the most positive retrograde we've seen in a long time. And, it's good. We just got over something major. We overcame this hard aspect much sooner than I thought we would. At least in my personal perception and what I've seen in people. I can feel this. This comes from the heart. I can feel the energies in people. I can feel the energy in the day. And while I'm a very logically minded person, this is my spirituality. It's sacred. And the reason that I do this so free-form is because it's sacred. I don't want to associate money with this any more than I have to. I do sell readings, and I get money from people to do readings and do stuff like that at the lowest rate that I possibly could do. $30 for an hour of video chat. So I just do it from the heart. I tell people what I can tell them.